Have you ever looked at a stock and thought, wow, that's way too expensive. No way on earth I'm buying at that price? Here is the truth. The actual number on the stock doesn't matter. What matters the most is whether the price, that price, makes sense compared to the company's fundamentals and future potential. And stick around because later in this video I'm going to share my personal story with Tesla, how I bought when everyone else thought it was too risky, and why it looked expensive at the time, and how that decision turned out to be one of my best investments. A stock trading at $500 a share isn't automatically expensive, and one trading at $20 isn't necessarily cheap. You gotta ask yourself, what am I actually getting for that price? And that's where valuation metrics come in. You got the PE ratio, price to earnings. That's actually the most important metric. How much you are paying for each dollar of profit. The PS ratio, price to sales. That one shows you how the price compares to the company's sales growth. Especially important for fast growing companies. And you got also the PB ratio, price to book, how the price compares to the company's assets. And you also got the PIG ratio, adjusts for PE for growth. This one actually helps you see if the future earnings justify the current price. And of course, this one a lot of people forget about is the free cash flow, which is the real money left after paying all the expenses and debt. The company's true lifeblood. Those metrics you just saw give you a foundation, but they don't tell you the whole story about a stock. And I know you're gonna hate me for this, but unfortunately, stocks move up and down not only based on metrics, but they also move up and down based on sentiment. And you're gonna tell me, Imad, I thought if I could just go ahead and learn all the numbers, all the metrics, I'm gonna be safe. Of course, they are very important, but you gotta look at two things. Metrics, numbers of course, and sentiment. And sentiment is what people feel about a certain stock or a certain company in any given time. Now, there is one personal technique that I came up with, I invented. Feel free if you want to copy me, but I'm not a financial advisor. I gotta tell you this. That personal technique really helps me understand a certain stock before I go in big. Whenever I find a company that I'm interested in, but not 100% sure about it yet, I go ahead and buy $10 worth of that stock. $1, $100, whatever. It's a small enough amount that I don't lose sleep over it, but at the same time, it gives me reasons to start paying attention. I keep monitoring it, I listen to the news, I follow the earning announcements and see how management communicates. And watch how the stock reacts to positive and negative headlines. Sometimes I would wait for like 6 months, even sometimes a year. And sure, this technique might make me miss out on some early gains, but it also protects me from jumping into something that I don't fully understand. By the time I'm confident in the company, when I have seen how it behaves through ups and downs, that's when I invest real money. Let me give you a perfect example. Tesla. I've followed Tesla for years. I was there when Elon Musk was everyone's favorite innovator. And I was also there when the narrative completely flipped.
There's some kind of mental illness thing going on here because this doesn't make any sense.
The random violence is nerve-wracking for Tesla drivers.
You have Teslas lit ablaze, Molotov cocktails thrown at Tesla dealerships.
When Musk got involved with Doge, with Donald Trump, politics and media turned against him. People started dumping the stocks. It was crazy. Sentiment went negative fast. I remember a lot of people were burning Tesla cars everywhere. It was crazy, right? Even though the fundamentals of the company were perfect. I kept watching Tesla and eventually I bought when most people thought it was the worst possible time. Everyone around me said, Elon Musk is going to go bankrupt. Tesla is going to go to zero. There is no way I can buy that price. The price is so expensive. But I've done my homework. And I'm not telling you this, by the way, to brag. I'm telling you this so you know how to control your emotions sometimes and focus on the fundamentals. Ignore the noise.
I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
Trump's team have reached out to Elon Musk. No response.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. I was surprised.
Then came the headlines when Musk and Trump were supposedly fighting. That drama, believe it or not, pulled attention back to Musk. Sentiment started to change. I knew that once the mood changed, the stock would skyrocket, would take off. And that's exactly what happened. When the hype turned positive again, Tesla skyrocketed. That's when it really hit me. You always need to think one step ahead of the crowd. So here's my takeaway for you. Don't ever judge a stock based on its price tag. Always look at the price in relation to growth, sales, emotions, and the story behind the stock. The market always moves not only on math. It moves on math and emotions. Start small if you need to, even with just $10. Watch the stock, understand it, learn it. And when you truly feel like you get the stock, that's when you go in strong. And I'm genuinely curious, have you ever used a strategy like this or bought a stock that everyone else was so scared to touch it? And how did it work out for you? Please, if you like my content, do all the good stuff, thumbs up, and follow me for more.